Welcome to our all ages dance class. My name is Ayla and it is a pleasure to be able to dance with you today. I am a member of Antipode Dance and you can contact me there or through Geek Bellydance if you have any questions about today's dozen dance moves that we'll be covering. Some things that you might need today includes a clear space, so make sure that you pick up anything that might be loose or slip around the floor. Make sure that you also have adequate water because you want to keep yourself hydrated throughout our dance. And you need to come with an open heart as well as an open mind. We also ask that you talk to your parents or your doctor to make sure that you are physically fit enough to be able to do the moves that we're going to cover today. Make sure to talk to an expert for your health. The music today is provided by Kevin MacLeod. His name is Kevinmacleod, and you can find him on YouTube. He offers free music for different sort of activities such as our dance class today. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me once again on Antipode Dance or Geek Bellydance. To start off today, we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up. Some of the first things that I like to do whenever I'm warming up includes warm up with pet moves. So think of your favorite pets and we're going to be using them as our inspiration for our warm-up. Now, if you need more of a warm-up, please feel free to stop the video whenever we're done and continue to do more moves to get yourself stretched and warm because we want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable today. All right, first we're going to think about birds. Let's spread our legs apart, bend our knees, and let's raise up with our bird hands. Reach up and pull back down. Let's again reach up. Really get that blood flowing. Soar up like a bird and push out. That feels good. All right, then our next animal we're gonna think of are cats. Let's think about stretching our sides and reach up like a kitty does. The main point of this is to be stretching the different sides. You can drop your hips by bending your knees. And let's think about other ways cats stretch, such as they stretch their other part of the core by turning and try to reach out. Think about trying to grab that little mouse scurrying about, or maybe that little feather duster, or the red laser. All right. Another animal that we think about also could be, I know this is a little bit interesting, but I do have a friend who has some pet chickens. Let's think about warming up our shoulders by doing shoulder rolls. And you can do your little chicken wings if you choose to. Don't forget to go the other way. All right, feeling pretty good. The next animal that I think of is hamsters. Hamsters love to run. Make sure you ask permission though, once again, if you are going to be running inside. But let's try running in place a little bit. Get our feet warmed up a little bit. That's pretty good, right? Now, let's think about going side to side, hopping like a bunny. Before we hop, make sure to do a little kickstand. So sort of get a little bit ready, stretch out your feet and your ankles. Make sure you're comfortable, and let's try hopping side to side a little. Very good, very good. Another animal that I like to think about is the ferrets. Ferrets, they like to twist themselves up, curl over, and bend over. So let's try to either touch our toes or cross our arms and let's bend in half. And slowly come back up again. All right, now be once again Make sure you have those knees bent, and we're going to do a little dive or cross your arms and hang over. Now you can sort of sway slightly if you choose to, or relax. All right. Another animal that I like to think about are fish that we also have as pets. This time though, we're going to be on the ground if you can, and we're going to be like starfish. So you can think about having your legs spread out and your arms out like a little starfish, and you can feel a little bit of stretch in your legs. And if you feel comfortable, you can sort of reach to one side or the other. You can go down as far as you are comfortable with, and you can also lean over as well. Let's go to the other side. If this is not as comfortable, you can also do that one more time, or you can think about crossing your legs and reaching forward. You can go very low, and you can let your head hang low. And then don't forget to cross your legs again and do the other way. Now, one more thing is don't forget to give your favorite animal, whether it's a puppy or a kitty or a fish or even a hedgehog, a nice hug. You can think about the favorite pets by slowly tilting your head back and forth. Let's go to the other side. Now this is going to be a beginner, relaxing, gentle class, so we're not doing too much of a warm-up, but if you choose to warm yourself up even more, I think you should pause the video right now and go ahead and do that. Thank you so much. See you soon. And now that we're all warmed up, it's time to go over some dance moves and our dance posture. To start off with dance posture, make sure that your toes are facing forward. I'm going to be rotating so that you can see me from the side. Have your feet about shoulder width apart, and make sure that your knees are bent. Now it's really important, we're traveling up the body to see what else we need to have. With your hips, make sure you don't want a duck behind or a duck tuchus. Instead, we want to make sure that our knees are bent, but the rest of our body is tucked in and lift up. So you have a high lifted stomach and a high lifted chest and a high lifted neck. That's why I like to call sometimes dance posture superhero pose. Your knees are just bent slightly, so you're able to move much easier. And your knees will thank you in your future. So, continuing on with our dance posture, which you can keep your hands on your hips or you can keep your hands out. It's whichever you please. We'll be going over a few different hand positions, but for now I'm going to leave them on my hips because I wanted to cover the grapevine step, or also known as crisscross. It depends on whichever you feel most comfortable using. There's different variants of it, and one that I'm going to show you involves stepping over, behind, out. Or it can also go forward, together, forward, together, forward, together, forward, together. Or it can just go behind, 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 behind. It doesn't matter which foot you use to go forward or behind. It just depends on the style of dance and the region that you are going to be covering. Today, I'm going to let you choose whichever one you feel most comfortable with, whether it is crossing forward or behind or both of them. After we do our little crossing or grapevine step one way or the other for a set amount of time, such as during follow the leader, there might be a section where I do it for 8 counts or 16 counts. I'm going to have you march in place for a few different counts just to sort of get your bearings straight again. Because today, we're just sort of doing a follow the leader. We're not going to have a very solid choreography. But if you'd like more choreographies in the future, just contact me, and I have a few that I'm willing to send you. The next step that we're going to be covering include twists. Twist is a move that most people actually already know how to do. Once again, make sure to get your legs shoulder width apart, make sure to bend them, and to have yourself lifted. And the twist is just pushing one hip forward and the other one rotates it back. And you alternate. The fun thing about twist is that you need to make sure to keep this part of your body from your chest up as much as possible still. But it's okay if it moves a little bit because it is connected. But that's one of the things about the dance that we are covering today, is that you want to make sure that you are able to isolate and keep things separated. So that's what makes it look interesting, is that a lot of things are more still while one part of you moves. And that's the challenge for today. But it is just a fun class, so if you want to be loosey-goosey with it, go right ahead. And whenever you're doing your hip twist, make sure your knees are bent. Whenever you go faster, you'll notice they get much smaller. You can't go as large whenever they're faster. It does not look usually as well. It does not, it looks a little sloppy whenever you're first starting out. So we're going to be either doing them slow or tiny and fast. Very good. Now, some things with hands that we will be doing, and you can stay in dance posture for this one, or you can go back to relax whenever you feel comfortable with. Oh yes, make sure to shake out if you feel a little funny. Sorry. And if you need to do a little bit more of those cat scratches, and because you just started using some muscles in your tummy, especially if you were eating something earlier, you want to make sure that you're okay with. The next thing that we're going to cover is pretty hands, different hand postures and hand moves that I have seen from different articles, as well as different pictures that I think are very interesting and have also been taught to me. So we're going to think about having a little like orb in our hand, like a little ball, or maybe we have something else cute, like a little chinchilla, or maybe some sort of pet. And then we're going to raise up and look and drop. Raise up, drop. Raise up, drop. Look, drop. Let's try it on the other side. We're going to look up and drop. Look up and drop. We can pet our little critter, our little friend, our little lizard maybe. And then we're going to go look up, down. Hey, look over there. Or at the pet. Up and down. Very good. Now, after we set our little pet on our shoulder, let's try doing both hands, but instead of one going up, we'll also have one going down. So we'll have them together, separate, together, separate. Let's try the other way. Together, switch, together, switch. Very good. We can also try rotating them. So we can go one way, together, one way, together, one way, together, one way, together. I was wondering when the music would kick back in. Very good. Now, I will be, for the little run through that we'll do, I will be standing still, but if you feel comfortable, you are welcome to add these hand motions on top of the different forms of grapevine. So you can go grapevine together, grapevine together. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. Do not feel like you have to. If you want to build up to it, you can march in place. I believe that you are very talented and very coordinated, and I look forward to seeing you being able to do this. You can always send different little clips of you dancing. I would love to see that, but don't feel like you have to. How about we take all of these moves that we covered just now and let's try to dance to the song with them. Now that we've learned some moves, how about we put it to a song? We're gonna walk in, claim our space. All right, let's start with twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, again. Let's go twice as fast this time. A little bit of a shimmy there, excellent. Let's try grapevine. March in place. Let's try the other way. March back in place. Let's do more twist. Very good, very good. Now double time again. You can bend a little if you want, bob a little with the music, or raise up. Hands. The other way. How about both? All right, twist one more time. Double time. Make sure those knees are bent. And pose. Yay! Very good, everyone. All right, let's try some more new moves. All right, that was pretty fun. Let's go over some more new moves. These moves, though, are going to be a little bit more difficult than the ones that we just covered. So if you want to go back, you're always welcome of re-dancing the last set of moves before coming to these ones. The first thing we're going to cover are chest lifts, chest slides, and chest circles. So we need to do lifts and slides to help build onto circles. So I'm going to be turning to the side, but remember, once again, keep your knees bent. Try to keep your legs shoulder width to be, if you're more comfortable that way, or you can be closer together. And we're going to be doing lifts. Now lifts are more taking your chest. Imagine you have like a little ball here or a little string, and you're pulling your chest up. You're pulling it up and out. Not as much out like this, but a little bit more up and out. You want to be more lifted. It also looks like this. Very good. Now you might need to shake yourself out some more, or remember to stretch again with your little hugs. That might help you out some. So let's try that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop. Very good. The next move we're going to try are chest slides. So it's very helpful to have something like a shirt or a choli that has a line underneath so you can see yourself moving. Once again, it's important to keep those knees bent. Keep the rest of your body lifted, like in your superhero pose. And now we're going to move our chest one way or the other. You pick whichever you feel most comfortable with going first. Slide, rest, slide, rest. Try to push it over to the center. Push it over to the center. You can also think about you're pushing your sides, your pectoral muscles from one way to the other. Push, center, then you push, then you center. Push, center, push, center. Very good. You make them as small and as large as you feel comfortable with. This is a no judgment class at all. So do whatever you feel comfortable with. Now the reason why you need to learn about lifts and slides is because you can add them together to make a diamond and then smooth it out into a circle. So let's try this by sliding our chest one way, raising it up, sliding it to the other side, and then putting it back to rest. So sliding, lift, slide it over, rest. Now from the side, it's slide over, lift, slide over, rest. Let's think about that. Slide, up, side, center. Side, up, side, center. Smooth it out. Keep those knees bent. Smooth it out. Keep the knees bent. Very good. Shake it out again. Let's try going the other way. So we go side, lift, side, rest. Side, lift, side, and rest. Side, lift, side, and rest. We'll smooth it out. 2, 3, and 4. Very good. And there's your chest circle. Excellent. Cross your arms if that makes you feel more comfortable. Some people, if you've been using a lot of your lower back, you might also wish to be a ferret. All right, let's get all loosey-goosey again. And now we're going to build on top of our chest circles and do chest crescents and our little bit of a rainbow combo. So crescents are 3/4 of the circle, or if there was a diamond, it would be the top 3 points. So we would have our chest on one side, then we lift up, and then to the other side. And those are the 3 points. So it's side, up, side. Side, up, side. It makes like a little crescent. The important part of this move is to making sure that whenever you do it, you go all the way to one side and back. You don't go part of the way through. You have to go all the way to one side and back. And our fun little combo is we're gonna go from one side to the other side, and then we're gonna make 1.5 circles to hit to the other side. So imagine going to the side, to the side. We wanna go to the side, but whoops, we passed it, and we're coming back again. Boop. Or it goes the other way. You can go side, side, to the other side, whoop, we passed it, keep going, and we stop. So let's try that with the music. One side, the other side, all the way around. One side, other side, all the way around. One side, all the way around. One side, all the way around. Very good. I'll try that from the side. So we go one side, other side, go all the way around. One side, all the way around. Very good. If you do not feel comfortable with doing these crescents or these rainbows or these chest circles, you can do whatever you want to instead. There's nothing wrong with that. You can even substitute in other moves such as wrist circles. Now wrist circles usually go outwards whenever you're doing them. First inwards, which is closer to flamenco. We usually do them outwards. And to get the look of a wrist circle is imagine that you have a jar of peanut butter or a jar of Nutella and it has that big lip underneath. You want to put your hand in the jar and you want to take your hands and you want to go all the way around the outside of it because you want to eat all that peanut butter. It's really important to remember to not do this in real life without asking for permission from either your parents or your significant other. So you can also, if you don't want to use a flat palm, a lot of people like to keep 2 fingers together. That is your ring and your pointer finger to keep it together to make it into this delicate looking hand position. But you are not required to do that. You can use whichever hand position you want. This is just a common one for resting hands. It's also what people do whenever they think of things like putting on perfume. That helps you visualize that. But you can do wrist circles all the way up instead. You can do some to the side. You can do some behind the head and also to the side. You can also go down. It's whatever you feel most comfortable with. Now, the next thing that we're going to cover are hip slides. We're also going to go over heel drops for a hip circle, a big hip circle, and we're also going to be going over the crescent rainbow combo, but in the hips. So, once again, keep your knees bent. Try to keep your legs shoulder width apart. You can go closer if you feel more comfortable, but it's whatever you feel most comfortable with. And we're going to do hip slides. So trying to keep the chest straight. We also try to keep our hips straight, especially if you have if you're wearing a skirt or pants or jeans or anything that has that straight line, that's helpful. But having those knee bent help whenever you're pushing your hips from side to side. And you're trying to keep your upper body still, but you know, it's something new. It's a new feeling. So do whatever your body is most comfortable with. Very good. Whenever you're doing this, you should be feeling a weight shift from side to side. And something fun to do whenever you're pushing your hips back and forth, you can do, is you can always have your hands follow. You can try to keep your palms like they're facing together and they can match your hips. You do not have to do the hips as well, you can just do the hands if you want, but let's try to lift them up. Just try to push back and forth. Very good, very good. Now let's bring them back down. And whenever you get to roughly your stomach, you can rotate them to be pointing with their fingers down. Very good, excellent. You can also do hip circles as well, but that's whenever you do them, you also do your 4 points whenever you lean your stomach in and out a little bit. You can also push your stomach out and pull it back in a little bit, like someone punched you in the gut whenever you're doing that. But you also want to incorporate the slides. So you move from one side, back, other side, forward. One side, back, other side, forward. Smooth it out like a hula hoop. Smooth it out like you're going around town. Go around town. That's a little cartoon humor there. Let's try going the other way. We'll go from the other side this time, then we'll go back. Forward, back. Very good. It's always nice to do going clockwise and then counterclockwise, or left one time and then right the other time. You want to try to strengthen both sides of your body, and try to stay healthy. Very good. And now let's try to think about the little rainbow crescent that we did with the chest. Let's try to do it as well. So we go crescent, push forward to the side, go back to the other side. Make sure that you're hitting the different sides. So one side, other side. Now go all the way around. Side, side, all the way around. Let's move to the side, side, all the way around. Side, side, all the way around. Very good. Yay! Let's shake out a little bit. This is probably new for you. And maybe we can cross our arms. Let's give ourselves another little hug. And let's do our ferrets again. Bend over. All right. Time for some more hip circles, but this time we're doing the heel bounce hip circles. We're going to be doing bigger hip circles than before, where we just did the smaller ones. Instead, now we're going to be going much larger out with our hip circles. We have a much larger area, and it's really important we keep our knees bent for this. We're going to be, though, whenever we do the hip circles, heel bounces or heel stomps. So remember how we did the little bunny step back and forth and we were stretching our feet out? You could do that some more now if you choose to, but the heel stomps are we're going to raise on our toes and hit on the floor. So we hit on the beat. Bounce, 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 or bounce, 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 bounce. Remember to talk to either your parents or your significant other if they're downstairs below you what you are doing though. And keep your knees bent, and if you feel more comfortable you can have a wider stance, that's completely fine, or you can have a closer in one. But we're going to try bounce, bounce. Let's push our hips to one side. Now let's go back to the center. Just feel comfortable with your weight. Let's go to the other side. Right, back to center. Now let's try to go in a circle. So we're going to one side. Let's go back, 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 back. You can use your arms out to keep balance, or keep your hands on your hip, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Very good. Shake out our feet, and we're going to try to go the other way. So we're going to start on this side. Bounce. Heel, tap, heel, tap, heel, tap, heel, tap. Very good, awesome. Okay, the last move in this set is going to be, it's going to be dealing with the shoulders, but they're going to be the pretty hands, some of them that we had before, but they're going to be like kitty pushes, like kittens. You're gonna think about the energy being in the palms of your hand, where the root of your fingers meet your palm. You're gonna be pushing in that area. But you're gonna be doing shoulder rolls back or shoulder rolls forward. And whenever you do that, and you do your shoulder rolls forward, you're going to be pushing the energy out with your hands. Or imagine there's a whole bunch of water. You would never push water, right? You would never splash anyone around you, right? But instead we're going to make it more dance-like, and we're going to be doing shoulder rolls forward. Or we can do shoulder rolls and pull back. Like we're trying to collect leaves from a tree. Very good. Let's shake out our hands. All right, I think that's all the moves that I'm going to be covering today. How about we throw it all together in another dance and try them out? Let's try some wrist circles. Keep those knees bent. Work on the chest. Lift, drop, lift, and drop. Lift, drop, lift, drop. Let's try a slide. Center, slide, center, slide, center, slide, center. All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Very good. Now let's do a circle. Circle one way, the other side. Now rainbow, to the side, all the way around, side, side, all the way around, side, side, all the way around, side, side, all the way around. Wrist circles again. Now, let's try some hip slides with hands. Slide, 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 slide. Lift up slowly, side, side, and side. Push, 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 and push. Now pull, 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 pull. Now let's try some hip drops, circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other way. Let's try some hip rainbows. Crescent, crescent, all the way around. 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 Now, let's do some more wrist circles. Let's go to the side for kitty pushes. Wrist circle, wrist circle, wrist circle up. Yay! Great job, everyone, we did it. Hooray! I hope you enjoyed class as much as I did. It's now time for us to cool down because it's always important that we cool down after we've done a nice day of dancing, or at least a nice break of dancing. All right, let's first go back over those moves again that we did. Let's think about our birds with their eagle wings, not our bird hands. I'm pretty sure I said bird hands earlier. I apologize for that. It feels pretty good. Think about stretching like your kitties. Shake out those hands. And our sides, we use their sides a lot. Trying to turn from side to side. Very good. Now don't forget about being ferrets. Going closer to the floor. Sway back and forth if you feel comfortable. Slowly lift every vertebrae up to our chickens. Other way. Yeah. Okay, I straight. And then we raise up and we lean over to one side. Only as far as you feel comfortable with. You can also stretch out your sides too. Make sure your legs are getting a good stretch. Slowly lift up. Other side. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Oh, that feels good. Don't forget to cross your legs. And we're going to lean forward some. All right, cross the other leg. Okay. And let's see, was there anything else we had? Sorry, I just want to make sure we get our stretches. Oh, we didn't do hamster and bunny, but I think it's okay for us to not do this warm-up. I think I did. Covered all the animals that I wanted to cover for warm-ups except for your favorite one. Just think of your favorite pet and hug. Or you can think about a little very lightly. Lean from side to side. You can stretch out that neck because we've probably been using it more than what you're used to. Very easy. Do the no and yes. Yes, I like puppies. No, I don't want to stop dancing, but yes, I should. Thank you everyone so much for coming to class today. I really enjoyed being able to share some of my knowledge with you. I hope that I was able to get you up and to move and have a really good time. It's been wonderful. Feel free to contact me at Antipode Dance or at Keep Bellydance if you have any questions. Once again, my name is Ayla and it was a pleasure teaching you today. Cheers! Bye-bye!